recommend book CD that I do, you know, write or I do make. I know there's people in here with books and CDs. John L. Big inspiration. He has so many books out right now. Please, please, please go ahead and get that. If there is anyone, I don't have a clipboard, but I do have an iPad. So if you do want to leave your name, leave your number, I'm not going to make prank calls. I'm not going to say, I'm going to be like, whenever it's finished, I'll call you or I'll email you and tell you, hey, this is done. I come to New Orleans maybe once a week, or once every 2 weeks. So I would definitely make a house call and say, hey, here's your, that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Give you a price. Here it is that you wanted. Or we could just meet. We could have another little poetry spec. You know what I'm saying? We could just chill. You know what I'm saying? Get people together, have a cipher outside, freestyling, really, real cipher with tennis shoes and everything. But just definitely let me know because I have my iPad. So if y'all want to just put your names, emails, numbers on there. Whenever I finish, y'all gonna be the first people that I contact. Besides my sister, and I'm gonna let y'all know. Okay, so here's the last one. This one is, I don't know if I gave you any titles for the other one, but this one is called Barbara the Can Opener. My grandmother drives an '07 Scion TC. She pushes it like the prelude to a fist fight. Driving 56 in a 35, she's 69 years old, going on still alive. Her right strut has played possum for the majority of her life, but she has never resorted to using a handicap sign as a crutch. She just scribbles little hand-me-downs on her wheelchair, so whenever God calls, she'll have legacies to leave to each of us, which aren't much. Just a couple of broken can openers in a haunted house of fate occupied by her late husband, who was a war veteran in his earlier days, who stayed to himself the way love letters boomerang whenever addressed the hate, which made my grandmother's dentures bear traps. Her hands, four-fingered breaks each time they would have company. My grandfather would evacuate to the back of the house, which may account. So I always find myself cooking in someone's kitchen. Listen, my grandmother is a widow who's quite the worrier. But I think of her even more so as a warrior. Not just a woman, but a man who resides in the New Orleans East by herself in a 3-bedroom hoard with her hardwood floors, creek to sea diving boards, wave goodbyes, and high water lines for when Katrina drowned tree trunks in the hood around the same time. When I begin to question if houses underwater really look like tombstones from the sky. 100 helicopters, or not nearly enough ceiling fans to cool God's feverish temper. I can remember being with her, stuck in traffic a day before the disaster, trying my hardest not to look backwards so it wouldn't be there when we returned. We left hideous, but pretty much just the clothes we had on, and when we got back, I learned that photographic memory cannot be framed. It was never about the possessions she lost, but the people that brought a new memory to losing everything. There was not a portrait to lock lips with or a depiction of a slave daughter that hanged. My grandmother taught me that the sandbags under her eyes could never forever restrain the flood. She said that sometimes even door cracks have to cry. But even with hell coming from heaven, she refused to believe that seraphim were trying to stone us to death. So many died. But my grandmother dug her heels in. Even the one that played possum for so many years and brought her home, that her and my grandfather worked so hard for, back to life, to add another light, to a ghost town haunted by the rain, to take the eye of a violent storm and make her a cane. Each political campaign synopsis should contain a symphony, a sympathy, synonymous to the pain of what it feels like to never see someone again. Like the pictures of the slain that floated to the top of the tears that would drop from the same place that calls our name. My grandmother taught me that we can't let our blood travel down the rivers of our flesh in vain. That to her, the word handicap doesn't mean a thing, and that just because she's 69 years old doesn't mean she'll ever agree with oral sex. My grandmother tells me that's for the dogs, the hyenas, and such. My grandmother always makes me laugh. But that's not the reason I love her so much. I love her for every bit of Jesus she stands for. Love her for how fast she drives me crazy when she starts worrying. Just recently, she told my mother that for Christmas she would like a $25 magnetic can opener. And I am positive that she'll use it on much more than just non-perishable items. How much this meant to me. This was my first actual feature, point blank, period. I've never been a feature before. And I've worked really, really hard on everything that I've written, and to be able to share that with people that are receptive, that are not just hearing you, but are actually listening. There's a difference in listening, making a conscious act of actually, hearing what somebody is saying. The fact that y'all did that for me, and for every poet that stepped up here, the fact that y'all actually paid attention, that y'all were quiet, that y'all were mannerful, respectful, that y'all just gave that attention. Y'all were able, y'all were open to be engaged, entertained, affected. The fact that y'all were able to do that, that means a lot for me. Even if y'all didn't just do it for me, y'all did it for every poet that came up here. And I just want to say that we all have a purpose in life. God gives us all a purpose in life. And
right.
I really believe that this may be mine. I really do believe it. I'm claiming it. I claim the term writer. I started doing it this year. I consider myself a writer. It's hard to consider yourself a writer. It is. It's hard to say I'm a writer, because usually when people walk up to you and they say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? What's your name? Okay, yeah, cool. All right. What do you do for a living?" My occupation for about 8 years has been cook. I've been a cook for 8 years. So I would always say, I'm a cook. I cook at Chili's. I cook at Quarter Two Sisters. I cook at Gift Chains. I cook at a lot of places. But throughout that entire time, I was always writing, but I never owned up to it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're doing something, maybe if it's not what's making you money right now, own up to it. Take it as your own and say, you know what, this is what I am. Because when you do that, it will become who you are. The more you say it, the more you'll be that. You feel what I'm saying? The more you'll be that. So just take it in, say, you know what, I'm a writer. Say, you know what, I'm a hairdresser. Say, you know what, man, I'm a carpet cleaner. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you do. You can be a trash man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. And not getting paid for it. Taking out your neighbor's trash because they're handicapped or something. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you do, whatever your heart compels you to do, claim it. Claim it, say, you know what, this is what I am. And the more you do it, the more it'll actually come to life in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because time's too short, man. We got stuff, we gotta get rolling. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody in here has ambitions. So it's like, let's come together, let's get it going, let's get right, let's praise God in the process, and let's roll. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.